So a couple of months ago, I filmed a bunch of videos on a guitar from the guys at Levinson from their new Sceptre range. And the guitar I shot in the videos was the Ventana, which is this guitar right here. This is a really affordable, really fun to play S-type guitar that quite frankly blew me away. I was really impressed by how well this thing came out of the box, how it sounded, and how it performed. But today, I'm going to be showing you guys another guitar from the range because they've sent me another one of their Sceptre models. So this one is a bit different, and in this video, I'm going to be unboxing it and showing you it for the first time. This is a guitar known as the Arlington Standard, and this I think is a great complementary guitar for the S-type because this is a T-type. So my buddies at Levinson got in touch and asked me if I wanted to check one of these out, which I absolutely did because that one blew me away. So I have very high expectations going into this, and I'm hoping taking this thing out of the box, this is going to impress me just as much as the other one did. Okay, so there's one thing that you can definitely say for the guys at Levinson is they do pack their guitars very well. Because that was quite hard to get out of the box. So this is the Sceptre Arlington. Now, one thing I really like about Sceptre is they very proudly display this message right here, designed by Gary E. Levinson. The fact that these guitars actually have Gary Levinson's name on them is in itself a mark of quality because the Levinson brand name is associated with high quality instruments. And even though these are much more budget friendly than what you typically expect from, let's say, a Levinson Blade guitar, the fact that Gary's name is on these, that in itself is definitely a mark of quality, I think, because Gary's certainly someone who knows how to build a good guitar, and I very much doubt he's going to allow his name to be put to something that doesn't meet his standards. Wow. Okay, that color's actually... This color is on the website kind of described as kind of like a coppery color, which I thought was really cool. Actually, I really liked the way it looked, but actually upon taking it out of the box, well, actually I haven't even taken it out of the bag yet, but opening the box, I actually like this color even more. This is actually like a vibrant kind of orange sparkle. Wow. I mean, how cool is that? That's such a unique color for a T-style guitar. So that is a really cool color. I'm actually really impressed by that color. That's actually much nicer than it actually looks in photos on the website. And I thought it looked great in the photos. This guitar is actually available in all your typical T-style colors as well. So if you're a bit more of a traditionalist like I usually am, you can get this in butterscotch. You can get this in, you know, three-tone sunburst. You can get this in black. And you're covered with those options. But Levinson always like to throw a curveball in and have some interesting colors, and this is definitely an interesting eye-catching color. So yeah, check that link out down below. That'll give you all the details you need there. So first impressions, again, much like the Ventana, is that this is great. There's no sharp fret ends. This is a lot heavier than the Ventana, obviously with it being a T-style. Interestingly, the website states that this is a solid Okume body. But it certainly feels heavier than what I've experienced in the past with Okume bodies. We've got the roasted maple neck as well, which I'm a big fan of. This is a slightly chunkier neck profile than the Ventana. So again, if you're used to more of a classic feeling T-style, this is definitely going to be more akin to what you're used to because it's definitely got that little extra roundness to it. So one thing I think is really cool about this is they've actually made this with a 9.5-inch fretboard radius, and you know, these days we're seeing a lot of companies leaning more into the double digits because you get a much more modern, contemporary feeling guitar. But Levinson, I guess, really know their audience, and you know, they're not trying to be a crazy cutting edge modern guitar company. They're really trying to appeal to people who just like good guitars. And if you're a, you know, more of a traditional spec guy like I am, this fretboard radius is going to be right at home. So they haven't gone super flat with this, which I really like. Coupled with a slightly chunky neck profile, it kind of feels like, you know, exactly what you'd want it to feel like, but without the hefty price tag. They've got their own pickups in this as well, Levinson branded pickups, Wilkinson bridge, single volume, single tone, and a three-way switch as you'd expect. But they've also included this nice comfort cut on the back, which is a very nice addition for a guitar in this price range, because obviously, you know, shaping the body this way is going to be an extra cost at the factory level, but that is obviously not reflected in the price because this is still a super affordable instrument. So again, much like the Ventana, actually, first impressions are really, really good. I'm super impressed by like the finishing on these. It's really smooth. There's no kind of noticeable blemishes. Everything looks to be cut right. The fret ends are, and I said this in the Ventana unboxing video as well, genuinely some of the best I've ever seen on a guitar in this price range. Like, there is zero fret sprout or overhang there at all. That, to me, I mean, honestly, if Levinson were charging twice the price for this, I wouldn't be surprised. And I actually said that to my contact at Levinson the last time when they sent me that guitar. I said, you know, if you told me this was a £700-800 guitar, I wouldn't even have questioned that fact. So the fact this is under £400 is pretty nuts. So I'm going to stop rambling now, and I'm going to plug this thing in so we can hear some quick tones. This is going to be going into the Blackstar TV10A for the clean tones, and then I'm going to switch on my Analog Man King of Tone for the overdrive, just because that's what's already plugged in. And there's going to be a full-length video on this guitar coming up on the channel very soon as well. So first, tonal impressions. That bridge pickup is quite spiky, which you kind of expect from a T-style guitar. It's got that nice twang. Then that neck pickup is super warm, and that would be great for some kind of slow blues stuff. So I really like that. That's pretty much exactly what I'd want from this guitar. Now I'm going to turn on the Analog Man King of Tone and play all three pickup positions with some overdrive. Wow, so again, twangy, bright, that neck pickup is nice and bluesy. That sounds great. I don't really have a lot to say about that, to be honest, because I'm actually just really impressed by the way this thing sounds. I mean, yeah, first impressions out of the box, much like the Ventana, this has instantly kind of hooked me. I'm so impressed actually by how they do this for the price they do it. And I'm really looking forward to doing a deep dive into this guitar in my full-length video, which will be coming up very, very soon. So please keep a watch out for that. Let me know down below in the comments what you think of the sounds of the Arlington Standard. Check out the links down below. Check this thing out. Let me know what you guys think. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you've tried one of these yourself, I'd love to hear your experiences with it. Keep watching for the full-length video on this thing, which is going to be coming out very soon. Thank you guys for watching as always. I'll see you very soon.